This isn't fiction, it really happened. Not that long ago, in a city with sharp suits and even sharper secrets, a man named Daniel Merrick was offered everything he thought he wanted. It was a rainy Tuesday. He was invited into a private room, seated across from one of the most powerful men in the country, Vice President Adrian Langston. VP Langston, you're wasted on speeches, Daniel. Men like you belong in war rooms, or next in line. Daniel didn't know it then. But this was the beginning of the hardest decision he'd ever make, because Langston wasn't just offering him power, he was offering his daughter too. The daughter's eyes. They say Elise Langston could silence a room with a glance. Speaks he walked beside Daniel through the terrace that first afternoon like she'd done it 1,000 times, with men who never really saw her, but Daniel did. Elise, I know what my father wants. Do you? Daniel, he wants loyalty. But Elise wanted something else, and what started as curiosity became something more dangerous. Whispers in the hall. One night, Daniel wandered past the polished walls of the mansion, down into the older parts, the forgotten corridors meant for staff. There, in the hush of midnight, he heard a soft hum. A maid was dusting bookshelves. Her name was Alina. Alina, you don't belong here. Daniel, neither do you, I suspect. Their eyes met. She didn't smile, but something passed between them, a flicker of shared exile. The hidden room. Alina didn't trust easily, but something in Daniel made her open a door that had stayed locked for years. She took him to a forgotten basement room beneath the estate. There, in boxes buried beneath dust and lies, were documents, names, dates, stories, her father's life. Alina. They framed him, buried him. He died in exile. Daniel thought he knew the system he worked for. He didn't. And once you know, you can't go back. A past that kills. Daniel spent the whole night looking through the files. Testimonies, photos. One showed Alina as a little girl holding her father's hand outside a courtroom. They made her an orphan, not with guns, but with power. And now Daniel had to choose. Elise's confession. Elise found him troubled. She wasn't stupid, she knew something had changed. Elise, I know you don't love me, but I could, and I could walk away from all of this, for you. Daniel, it's not you, it's what's beneath you, beneath this house. It wasn't a love triangle, it was a love war, between truth and comfort. The leak. Daniel didn't run. He went straight to a library computer, uploaded everything he found to a journalist. Within hours, the world knew. The vice president's sins were no longer whispers in corridors. They were front page. Confrontation in the study. Langston's rage was quiet, the kind that simmers. VP Langston. You think truth makes you noble? You just made yourself disposable. Daniel. Then at least I'm not complicit. The escape plan. He found Alina at a bus station. 2 bags, no tears, just resolve. Alina. You sure? Daniel, I gave up everything except my soul. They left, no bodyguards, no ceremony, just 2 people who chose each other, and the truth. Betrayal or love. But there was one more goodbye. Elise, heartbroken, betrayed. Elise, you chose her, over me, over everything. And she was right. Because Daniel didn't choose love out of convenience. He chose the one who had nothing but honesty. Collapse of the House news cameras, resignations, congressional hearings. Langston vanished into silence, the empire crumbled. And Alina watched from a small room, finally free of ghosts, a life without marble walls. 1 year later, a seaside village, a different kind of morning. Daniel buys coffee from a street cart, smiles at Alina. Daniel, black, 2 sugars. It didn't end with power. It began with truth. A new kind of silence. In the calm mornings, Alina paints, Daniel writes. They don't speak much, but they don't need to. The world is louder now, but their corner is quiet. Echoes in the press. An article appears. The title, The Whistleblower Who Chose Love. They both read it, but neither says a word. Alina. They still don't know everything. The shadow returns. One afternoon, a black car parks down the road. Daniel sees it, watches, waits, but no one comes out. The next morning it's gone. A letter arrives from Elise. Elise, you broke me, but maybe I needed to break. I hope she's worth it. Daniel folds the letter, burns it. Storm on the coast. A fierce storm hits the village. They lose power, but they light candles, share stories, laugh like they've never been hunted. Love isn't loud, it's survival. A visitor's warning. An old journalist friend comes to visit. Journalist, there's talk. Some want revenge. Be ready. Daniel nods. Daniel, I've been ready since the day I chose truth. Final decision. They sit on the cliffside, overlooking the ocean. Alina, we can run again. Daniel, or stay and live. They hold hands. What was worth it? In a world obsessed with thrones, Daniel chose a bench beside a woman the world forgot. He lost his name, gained a life. Because some secrets destroy empires, but some love rebuilds the soul. Fade out. Don't forget to hit a like button and subscribe to your channel.